For decades, the CIA studied a man who claimed to shift reality using imagination. His name? Neville Goddard. A lot of people thought we was crazy. The CIA didn't. Newly declassified files confirm. They didn't just investigate him. They studied him, because they feared what he taught was key to shifting reality and manifesting wealth. It was a foggy winter night in New York. At the dawn of a new era, inside a Manhattan auditorium, the air buzzed with anticipation as Neville took the stage.
Your imagination is the cause of everything in your life, and wealth is a state of mind. You are already that which you want to be. Assume the wish fulfilled.
Wooden seats creaked. Men and women leaned forward. Neville taught that wealth is believing you're already rich. Feel wealthy, and wealth comes.
The feeling of wealth, not possession, is key to attracting it. What you feel about money is what you attract. The more you feel wealthy, the more wealth flows to you. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and you will become it. Imagination creates reality, and your imagination is the key to all transformation.
He taught them to imagine yourself already abundant. That's how you shift into abundance. There was an oddly dressed man at the back of the audience, wearing sunglasses and watching close. His presence made something in the room feel not quite right. He just sat alone, looking straight ahead. He didn't clap. He didn't move. He wasn't curious. He was on a mission. Some listened with open minds, others with quiet skepticism. But that man at the back, he wasn't there to learn. He was there to report. Because Neville wasn't offering inspiration. He was teaching how to reality shift.
Imagination is the only redemptive power in the universe. One I am, the Lord of my own imagination. Wealth is the result of a state of mind, and the mind is the creator of everything.
To most, it sounded poetic. To him, it sounded like an operational manual. But Neville wasn't the first to speak this way. There were whispers of someone else, a man who walked untouched, a mystic they could never find. In the weeks that followed, attendees of his lecture reported strange things. New cars, homes, and unexpected financial abundance flowed into their lives. These weren't stories. They were shifts in reality. The CIA noticed, and the agency began watching more closely. Why? Because the truth was, they'd already been studying something similar, the gateway process, a classified effort to map consciousness and probe the limits of quantum reality. The results they saw from Neville's students aligned with what they were testing themselves. Inside the gateway process, the CIA explored reality shifting, consciousness as a field. Consciousness is the organizing principle of the holographic universe. One CIA file read. Physicist David Bohm called it the implicate order, a deeper matrix of quantum reality. Neville Goddard often spoke in simple yet profound terms. He said it clearly.
The world is a mirror, forever reflecting what is within yourself.
For the CIA, this wasn't a metaphor. It was the fabric of our quantum holographic reality. They were studying how Neville's teachings on consciousness could unlock reality's secrets. They were scared how Neville knew more than them and was openly teaching it. Neville taught a method called SATS, state akin to sleep. You relax your body, quiet the mind.
You must imagine yourself as already being the person you want to be, and do so with the same conviction and feeling as if it were already true. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Continue feeling it until it becomes fact. You don't change the world. You change yourself, and the world around you shifts accordingly. You do not need to wait for the future to become what you want to be. You are already that which you want to be. And your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it.
But Neville wasn't their first subject of interest. Years earlier, they'd tried to track someone else. Abdullah the Mystic. They knew he lived in a grand Harlem mansion and had no idea how he afforded it. Agents waited at the end of streets to intercept him, but somehow, he always disappeared into the shadows. Locals said he'd appear at dawn, disappear down side streets, then reappear across town the same day unchanged. An Ethiopian rabbi, a Kabbalist, A man who walked like he knew something most never would. He spoke of Egypt, of scripture, of imagination as the root of all creation. In the early 90s, he told Neville, "You are in Barbados." Not symbolically, literally. 2 weeks later, Neville manifested a letter and a first-class boat ticket to Barbados. The agency had files on Abdullah, but no employer, no photo that stayed the same. They chased sightings, but always arrived too late. He was slippery, uncontainable, and one day, he was gone. Just like he taught Neville to do. So they shifted their focus to the student. Eventually, they made contact with Neville. Private room. No cameras. Just questions. Could his method enable reality shifting? Could it be taught to operatives? Could it be used to engineer quantum jumps into alternate timelines? Neville smiled.
You cannot force the dream. You can only awaken within it.
They kept him overnight. Observation room. Stillness. At 2:07 a.m. a power flicker. At 2:09 he was gone. No alarms, no exits, just a note.
I am wherever I assume I am.
They couldn't contain his teaching as it spread through books, through whispers. And now, though, you're now holding the key.
To be transformed, the whole basis of your thoughts must change. Dare to believe in the reality of your assumption, and watch the world play its part. Tonight, when you close your eyes, don't replay what happened. Imagine what you want as a memory. Feel it. Live in the end. And when you open your eyes, check the details, because you might not wake up in the same world.
Neville's teachings aren't fantasy, they're a scientific system, rooted in principles that the CIA explored in their Gateway program, that today's neuroscience and quantum theory are only beginning to catch up with. He spoke in parables, but what he taught was practical. A method for aligning thought, feeling, and identity in a way that reshapes experience. If this sparks something in you, subscribe and like, because this is just the surface. There's a lot more to uncover.